Sujatha was the pseudonym of the Tamil author S. Rangarajan, author of over 100 novels, 250 short stories, 10 books on science, 10 stage plays, and a slim volume of poems. He was one of the most popular authors in Tamil literature, and a regular contributor to topical columns in Tamil periodicals such as Ananda Vikatan, Kumudam and Kalki. He had a wide readership, and served for a brief period as the editor of Kumudam, and has also composed screenplays and dialogues for several Tamil movies. Career: penning with his wife's name, Sujatha's Tamil literary career spanned more than 4 decades. An engineer by profession, he was proficient in the language of technology. Widely read and knowledgeable, he presented his knowledge in simple Tamil. His works stood out during a time when Tamil composing was dominated by social family dramas and historical novels. His identification with the masses, and his uncanny adoption of their way of talking, behavior, mindset and slang, helped make him popular across multiple demographic segments. His popularization of technology was one of his greatest contributions starting with his silicon chip composing in Dinamani Kata and Yen, Iedhaku, Epadi and Junior Vikatan. At one point, his composing was appearing in numerous Tamil weeklies and journals simultaneously, including Ananda Vikatan, Kumudam, Kunjamam, Kalki and Dinamani Kata. Later he contributed as script screenplay author for several Tamil movies. His notable movies included Vikram, Thiruda, Boys and Sivaji. Most of his early novel stories were made as movies, including Priya, Getri, Karayalam Sambagapu and Anandathandavam, among others. In addition to the novels, stories, essays he wrote, he helped introduce haiku poetry to Tamil audiences. Brought up in Srirangam, Trichy, and having spent most of the later part of life in Bangalore, he described both places vividly in his various composings. Among his popular novels are Piravam Sandhipam, Ratham or Niram, and Kalayadhakalam. He also immortalized Ganesh Vasanth, an imaginary advocate pair serving as the main characters in most of his detective stories. Ganesh is a level-headed, senior advocate and Vasanth is his flirtatious junior advocate. The Ganesh Vasanth pair was based on James Hadley Chase's characters, Vic Malloy and his sidekick. In his later days he restricted his composing to essays such as Katridam Petradam. He began to spend more time reading, especially old rare Tamil composings and composings on the latest developments in information technology and computing. As an engineer, he supervised the design and production of the electronic voting machine during his tenure at Bharat Electronics Limited, a machine which is currently used in elections throughout India. As an author he inspired many authors, including Balakumaran, Madan, Cheruna editor. Biography: Sujatha Rangarajan was born in Triplicane, Chennai but spent his childhood in Srirangam near Tiruchirappalli under the care of his paternal grandmother owing to his father's frequent transfers in his job. Education: he did his schooling in Srirangam Boys High School, Srirangam. He attended St. Joseph's College, Trichy, where he was a friend of Abdul Kalam. Sujatha graduated in the 1954 batch with a BSc in physics. Later he studied engineering in electronics from the Madras Institute of Technology. His composing interests were largely inspired by the short stories and serials published in popular Tamil magazines. Early composings: Srirangthudavatagal is a series of short stories based on incidents in that part of the world in the 1940s and 50s which appeared in Ananda Vikatan. Sivaji, a minor magazine from Trichy, published a story during his student days. His first short story was published in Kumudam magazine in 1962. His Kalayatha Kalam was an exciting ghost-themed novel. Engineering career: he worked first in Civil Aviation Department of Government of India and later for Bharat Electronics Limited in Bangalore, India before his retirement to Chennai, India, where he lived till his last days. As an engineer, he was a forward thinker and he was the key person behind the development of the electronic voting machine in India. He initiated the development of advanced word processing before the days of personal computers. Works: Adutha Nutrendu, 1st edition July, 1990, Visa Publications. Varangal, Potham Pen a Tamil novel influenced by Simone de Beauvoir's The Second Sex, Enania Ianthira a science fiction novel in Tamil involving robots. The novel features Neela, Ravi, Mano, Gino a robo-dog. The story is composed like everything is happening in 2020 AD, Mendam Gino a sequel to Enania Ianthira, Sorgatha one of the first science fiction works in Tamil, N. Ethiku? Epadi? Answers to questions by readers, mostly on science, Kachotham Patratham, Kalayatha Kalam one of his famous detective novels in Tamil, that came as a series in Kumudam, featuring Ganesh and Vasanth. It was also made into a television serial and was aired by Doordarshan's Podhagide channel. Pyravam Sandhipam Part 1 and Part 2 a love story set in Tamirapurani which then travels to New York. Captures a glimpse of an NRI Tamil's life in the early 80s. This novel was later made into a film called Ananda Vikatan. Nylon Kaliru, Anurtha Ilamani a crime story, Thoundil Katagal a compilation of short stories, Srarangthuthivatagala a series of short stories featuring Sujatha's experiences as a boy, a youth and a man in Sriranjam, depicting incidents when he was staying in his grandmother's house in Sriranjam. Kanatsi and Kadayase Pakangala a series of articles in the last pages of the magazine Kanazi, Anatavan Kadagal, a story based on hallucinations, Marina, Orderlinal Kajal Sivir, complete suspense story, Pesam Bomagal, Nirvana Negaram, 24 Rubai Thivu, Kadavalgalin Palathaku, composition, Mama Kadakal, collection of Thila, Niramatra Vanavil, The Endaminbam, Alvalgala or Aela Arimugama a simple introduction to the geniuses of first millennium, Kanthala Vasanthakumaran Kathawe historic fiction that centers around Raja Chuzan Empire, Pratham or Niram set in pre-independence period. This novel narrates the story of a young man who wants to take revenge on a British officer who killed his father. 14 article, Verme Silas Amayam Velam. The above works are not listed in chronological order. Awards. Sujatha received an award from Government of India's National Council for Science and Technology in 1993 for making science accessible to the public through his books, magazine contributions and other media. Vaswig Award for Electronic Voting Machine. Kalamamani Award from the Tamil Nadu Government. Malapur Academy Award for Dodharshan Best Serial Mayan Ramanuja. Style and influence. Sujatha was a versatile Tamil author, with several short stories, novels, poems, plays, screenplays for movies, articles on popular science and other non-fiction articles, to his credit. Sujatha wrote a number of sci-fi stories in Tamil and sought to explain science in simple terms to the layman. He would routinely answer science questions in magazines like Junior Vikatan. His science FAQ has been released as separate books called N. Ethiku, Epadi and Athasa Ulagam by Vikatan Publications. He worked on Katridam, Petradam and Anantha Vikatan and Sujatha Bathigal and Kumudam and Kalki. Interests. His interests included computers, archaeology, astrophysics, biotechnology, neuroscience, Carnatic music, Tamil literature, and sociology. Contribution to films. He extended his composing skills and expertise from science to movies. The first of these efforts were Gayathri and Priya. In Priya, his fictional character Ganesh was played by Rajinikanth. Kamal Hassan's Vikram was composed by him. He penned dialogues for the movie Roja, directed by Manira Shnam. In recent times he has been associated with Mani Raishnam, Shankar and Azhagan Perimal as Uttama. He was also a co-producer for the banner Media Dreams, which went on to produce the critically acclaimed Bharathi, a biopic of the great Tamil poet Bharathiyar. He was working on Shankar's in Thiran before he died on February 27, 2008. Films in Thiran, Ananda Thandavam, Days of Atharam, Sivaji, Anayan, Adla, Aranatha as Huthu, Shalame, Boys, Kannathal Muthamittal, Neela Kalam, Kanduko and Dane, Mudhalvan, Aya, Irava, Indian, Tharuda, Roja, Vikram, Karayalam Shanbagapu, Nane Thelinikam, Priya, Garayathri. References. External links: Sujatha Euro 100 Tamils of 20th century, Sujatha at Tamil Friends.